I don't even know where to start with this guy. Is it the emo getup? Is it the vampire persona? Is it that he's red pilled? What are we talking about?
Yo guys, what is going on? So I've been receiving kinda a lot of messages from guys asking me to cover Taylor's hate mail, which I just think that if someone has to do that, it's Taylor. I'm not gonna cover another person's hate mail, but I thought, you know what? Let's cover a guy covering Taylor, covering TikToks. So we'll take a look. It's a blue-pilled guy, and it's quite interesting what other people think about, MCTO, red-pilled content creators. So with that being said, let's get started.
You see, these girls out here, guys, they'll date the bad boys, the guys that'll treat them like crap, the guys that'll pick them up at 2 a.m. in the morning and that's about it, or call them over at 2 a.m. in the morning, actually. And they'll date all these guys that treat them like absolute crap. They'll cry about him. Oh, why hasn't he replied to my text? Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, there's a stockpile of 100 texts they haven't responded to.
I've noticed with these types of guys that they love to hound women for not replying to each and every text message they get while being completely unaware that girls get texts from guys within a 100-mile radius like every fucking minute of the day. Like the
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the most common questions that red-pilled men ask. If as a girl you have so many options, how is it you always end up getting played? You always end up with the same type of men? And why is it you try and point at others instead of taking accountability that you are the one who's making the poor choices?
the stockpile of texts that he mentioned are like 90% unsolicited dick pics.
Meanwhile, they could go out.
Yeah, that is just not true. I mean, a lot of morons really sending dick pics, but it's not like all men are like this. And you will see Taylor talk about this in a minute, where forget about the DMs. As a woman, you just go out and you will get hit on wherever you go.
And choose another guy. You see, all these girls complaining about, the dating market today. It's so funny when girls complain about dating. You know why it's so funny, gentlemen? Because they have all of the choice. They are able to select the men that they want. These girls complaining about, can't get married or can't find a long-term boyfriend. It's because you're so entitled. Your standards are through the damn roof, and a lot of men don't actually want to deal with that.
Whenever they say this shit like, oh, they could always just pick another guy, it's so simple. It sounds like the fat kid in gym class that's like, oh god, pick me, pick me. I hope they pick me. Jesus Christ, pick me.
Anyone! Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
See, he'll complain about women having such high standards, but when a girl actually decides to date a dude who isn't conventionally attractive, like a guy that's kind of mushy in the middle, it turns into this whole, oh wow, look at how this older woman is settling for a beta male, because that's the best she can get. I'm not good at...
Yeah, and you know what's the difference between those two things you mentioned? The age. See, no one will have a problem with a woman dating an unconventionally attractive man when she is younger. But what a lot of women do is mess around with chads when they are young, have standards impossible to reach but for the 2% of men, and think they are entitled to it. And then when they get 40 and no one cares about their looks anymore, then they settle. Then we start hearing, excuse me guys, then we start hearing things like, I want a real man, I want a man and not a boy, I am tired of the games.
Impressions, obviously, but I don't know if you've noticed, but there's absolutely no winning with these guys.
Surprising as it is, these are quote-unquote cute videos where you're being passive-aggressive in the camera. No guy with self-respect wants to deal with you.
Oh, the irony. It's like everything these red pill dudes say could easily just be reflected back at them, but they'll scream and dry heave about toxic masculinity and feminism in return. Like, no woman with self-respect wants to deal with a man-child who spends his time criticizing women online for, like, an army of borderline incels, babe. Like, what are you thinking?
Straight into the second one here, and
There it is, guys. If at some point I cover a non-red pill channel talking about MTO and he doesn't call us incels, I don't know, man. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna do a face reveal. I don't know, something crazy, man. But yeah, it's never going to happen.
I'm going to set it up for us to have a look at.
Before we get into this, I unironically love how edgy his setup is. Everything in his room is black. Black hair, black curtains, black suit. His chair has little black horns on it. That's fucking adorable. I love that. It's like he's trying to be the Gomez family from The Sims 4. Shit, I bet I could build an exact replica of his room in The Sims 4. Hold on.
Okay,
This real
woman's
video
mad.
about the top 10 best countries to find a great wife. I'm just so curious, aren't you?
Guys, take your bets as to why she's so indignant that men are finding wives elsewhere. I mean, just take your guesses.
Of course, he doesn't understand the problem with this like video of ranking women essentially. Like, of course, Twilight over here doesn't fucking get how that's weird.
So let's check these best countries together to find a good wife. Slovenian women are really beautiful, hot, and relaxed ones.
You can already tell she's watching this and she's just absolutely seething in her blue hair. It's
What is it with these guys
Man, yo, this Taylor guy is pretty funny, you know? Pretty funny and making pretty good points.
making fun of girls with neon colored hair? That's like their best and only insult, really. I don't want to hear shit about appearances coming from the fucking Count Dracusel over here, because I know he's the type of guy to see a girl with neon hair and go, I want to smell her farts.
Guys, you know the imagery that they showed in that video of like the beautiful women and stuff like that? I want you guys to just think to yourself, would you rather take this lady? Or would you rather take the girls in the video?
Oh, tough talk coming from a guy who's hiding behind a discount black butler avatar on YouTube. Of course he draws himself as a
I just love how he says Taylor is hiding behind an avatar when he's literally doing the exact same thing. Bruh.
really elegant, really suave, handsome vampire, but I'm 100% certain this dude's pulling up to parties in like Skechers and camouflage cargo shorts with like a Nike shirt. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, but when you start going in on people for their appearance, well, you gotta be able to back it up, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear shit about being ugly unless you're fucking Ryan Gosling or something. Because at least then I'll think, oh fuck, he's really handsome. Shit, he knows his shit. Fuck, I guess I really am ugly.
You see, nobody shames women for having their preferences, right? It's like...
What the fuck are you talking about? Men shame women for their preferences all the time. If a girl wants a guy who's a certain height, these guys will immediately start fucking shitting their pants and dry heaving about how
I think that men don't give a freaking crap about women's preferences. You can have the standards that you want. It's just at some point the preferences got so out of this world that it's become pathetic. Like you see a 5 feet blank... you see a 5 feet blank blue-haired girl demanding a 6 feet 6-digit salary jacked guy that looks like a movie star. And you may have seen this in Fresh and Fit videos where you get some random average woman expecting freaking Chris Hemsworth to date her.
how unfair the dating market is. Not every girl wants an average looking dude with like an anime gacha game addiction.
And actually, I'm glad you pointed this out, because this is something that a lot of women say when you tell them their standards are too high. And they reply with, oh, what do you want me to do? To date the fat nerds who sit on their ass all day watching anime? It's so funny how a lot of women... Excuse me, guys, I'm kind of losing my voice. A lot of women see only two extreme types of guys. It's either the 6 feet rich and muscular Giga Chad Rambo type of men that look like Greek gods, or it's an overweight nerdy loser that has no communication skills and at 34 years age still lives with his parents. You see, and all the other men are invisible to them. All the men that have a stable salary, aspirations, that treat their families with respect, that have a good set of values, that are romantic and good at heart, all of those men are invisible to a lot of women. And the reason why is because they are boring, right? Because they don't bring the butterflies, they are not a roller coaster of emotions. And guys, I would say a lot of women straight up hate stable relationships. I tell you, they may seem they like it, they may say that's what they're looking for, but if you give them that, they become bored like hell and start getting pissed about everything and anything and start to create problems where there are none. Like, how many of you gentlemen can relate to that, where you've been in a relationship in which everything is smooth and your girl just creates problems out of thin air, or is never satisfied no matter what you do, and the relationship feels like a constant struggle, like you're trying to fill a bag with a hole in it. And for a lot of women, the reason why they hate stability in most of the cases is either because there was a lack of a paternal figure, or because they have been brainwashed by the feeling of power that comes with receiving so much attention and validation. You know, when that feeling that everybody wants them and everybody is at their knees gets in their head, every time they have a serious relationship, they feel like they are settling. They feel like they have come down from their heavenly throne to date a normal, average dude. And they don't like that. What they aspire to is chasing the Chad who seems inaccessible and securing him, because that is what brings the butterflies. And as Taylor says, before the old police comes to the channel, I'm not saying all women are like this, I'm saying a lot of women are like this. Let's keep watching.
Sorry, but that's just the reality of it.
You don't have a chance with real women. You think you can get with a digital anime one?
Whenever a girl is in her 30s and she's still dating guys, that is a huge red flag. You want to talk about red flags? But guys, one of the biggest red flags is when girls get older and they're still single. Okay, and I'm talking like the later girls go and they're still single, the worse they are for being in relationships, okay?
Dude, what's your excuse? What the fuck? How old are you? I'm sure he's like at least 30, right? Fuck it. I'll even guess that this guy is like maybe pushing 40, like right on the border of 40. And that's what surprises me about these MGTOW type channels is that they're all
I can only imagine Taylor watching this video and learning so much about himself, like he's fat and over 40 and short and probably really ugly.
run by dudes in their late 30s or early 40s. There's nothing wrong with being older and on the internet, but the part that shocks me is that they've lived so long, but they still have these really immature views on women, or just people in general, I guess, you know? I've heard that with age comes wisdom, but I guess that's not true for everyone, huh?
I'm waiting, old man.
Because what happens is, as girls get these partner counts high, as girls go through all this and they go through the dating and they go through all the fun and stuff like that, what happens is they've actually built attachments with all of these men that they've been with. Okay, I don't care if a girl says, well, I'm 35 and I've only been with 3 dudes. No, you haven't. Just no, you haven't, right? You see, like, and it's unfortunate because a lot of the times they will lie about their body count when they're trying to get a guy. Oh, you know, I've had 2 relationships. You better believe she's had more than 2 entanglements.
But maybe she has only been with 3 guys. Why is that so hard to believe? Some people just don't want to fuck everything they see in sight, unlike these guys.
Yes, some people, but we're not talking about this type of people. You know, I will skip this segment because basically he makes a comparison with Japan and how in Japan a lot of people are virgin until a certain age. Bro, we're not talking about Japan. We're talking mainly about the West. And even though there are women who don't have high body counts in the West, you can't look me in the eyes and tell me that is the majority, especially in the younger generations. Guys, we live in 2022, where the higher the body count, the healthier, and where hooking up with strangers through your 20s is empowering and liberating. Let's keep watching.
Now, you see, the reason why women get so mad about this kind of stuff is because they don't get the attention anymore. You see, all this crap, all this womanism crap, all this crying about marriage, all the crying only begins when they start to lose the attention, you see.
Oh, okay. So women only hate being mistreated because they're lonely and lack attention. Oh, okay. It all makes sense now. Okay. So that must mean the reason you have so many videos on why women's standards are so high is because you're lonely and lack attention. Oh, okay. I get it. Thank you so much for clearing that up, Taylor, the friend zone. Fiend, sorry. Okay, that one made me want to chew my fucking arm off. So let's just jump into another one. Let's see. Response. Lana Rhoades said she's a trophy. So Lana Rhoades is an adult actress. Not sure if you're familiar with her. You'll notice that a lot of girls in the scene, a lot of women in the industry have taken to other careers. Like I've talked about Mia Khalifa before. Shibuya Kaho is doing her own thing. So I'm sure this MGTOW dude has plenty of stuff to say about another woman just transitioning careers. That's really all she's doing. But I'm sure he's gonna warp it into some weird fucking thing. So let's go ahead and see.
You know, I had a friend who was dating like a beautiful girl, a really hot model that...
Okay, again, I'm gonna stop the video. Before we even get into this, this static image of Taylor standing with these 3 women is fucking hysterical, right? It makes him look like he's like some sort of overdressed, edgy butler. He's just there with these girls cleaning up their houses like, oh, sorry, ladies, got a spotted dog do right there. Let me just clean that up real quick. And he sees the camera and he's like, oh shit, let me just stand here.
But he said that. And so what does how many sexual partners someone had before you have to do with you being able to be considered a trophy wife or a wifey material?
It has a lot to do with it. you'll notice that these ladies will constantly defend their position. Okay, so what they want to do, right, is girls want to pull this crap where they can have their cake and eat it too. So what? I had fun with lots of dudes. That doesn't mean I'm any less of a wife material, girlfriend material, mother to children material. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Okay, girls want to pretend as though their bedroom past does not matter in a relationship. It absolutely does, guys.
My brother in Christ, why are you so concerned with every cock or girlfriend I've seen before? When a guy like regularly has sex, he's seen as like a cool guy, or to these guys they're called alpha males. When a woman does the exact same thing,
I hear this argument so often. No one thinks a man is alpha just because he gets with women often. I mean, having fun with the easiest girls that spread their legs to anyone is not an achievement, really. But regarding the small percentage of men who get a ton of women while barely trying, yeah, people see that as an achievement because you see, as a man, you actually have to do something in order to get a woman. You have to be rich or handsome or really funny, or have a certain set of skills that women don't require to get guys. Women just spread their legs and get 100 dudes. Any woman can do that, but not every man can get with 100 women.
suddenly it's like she's this whore unfit for marriage. Where's the logic in that? Have we ever figured that one out? The thing is, like, I don't care who you've been with because now you're with me. Why can't they think like that, you know? They would probably be a lot happier.
Because it's stupid? Okay, imagine an abusive man that has beat his previous 5 girlfriends, but now he gets in a new relationship and he tells the girl, don't worry, the past doesn't matter, what matters is that now I love you. Well, you see, the past kinda does matter, because it's showing of the future. I hate how in modern society so many people want to remove all accountability by saying that the past stays in the past.
If they just thought like that, you know? But I guess some people are hopeless. I don't know.
No, guys, that is a failed marriage, okay? But these girls want to go out here, have all their fun, get in marriages with dudes, oftentimes take half their crap and their kids, and pretend like that was a successful marriage.
Bro, who's getting divorced and saying it was a successful marriage? Where are you getting these stories from, Taylor? And again, we have a guy mentioning how in divorce cases, women usually win custody battles and they get stuck with child support and we've heard of all of it before. Can you just not get married and stop bitching about it? Is it when these guys get into marriages, like, they know damn well what's at stake. How about have some...
Yeah, I mean, that's why our channels exist, right? Because there are a lot of men out there who still play the game by the old rules, where marriage was actually a solid choice. I will say ignorance is bliss. If you want to ignore and pretend the past didn't matter, you can be blindly happy, yes. And guys, don't go to his channel to write any mean comments. Just set your watch and wait for this guy to be absolutely trashed by modern day dating. Just wait for him to get monkey branched off, to be used and manipulated, to be cheated on, to be the second dish for so many women. And who knows, maybe in a few years we will see him in this very same channel in the comment section talking about how he became red-pilled. Because that's what happens when you believe this Disney narrative. You want to ruin your dating experience and your sanity in the fastest way possible? Just date women with high body counts and pretend the past didn't matter.
Accountability, Taylor.
I personally don't agree. I think a trophy wife is someone that is, you don't have to be a certain standard looks or even, I mean, obviously brains as well, but I think it's how you treat that person, and you would want to, you want to be with someone and how they treat you and how good they are for you, not because of how they look. So you can still be a trophy wife and not be a model type or be the smartest, but you're a supportive, loving girlfriend.
Girls oftentimes just want to change the definition to suit their needs, right? It's like, hey, a trophy wife, you know, it's all about being kind. It doesn't matter your past and stuff like that. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's easy to talk about how wrong a high sex count is when you're a guy who gets 0 bitches.
Like, guys in general actually do care about that stuff. And, you know, we'll cover stories, which we might get into if you've got time on today's show, right? Where, you know, ex-boyfriends return into the picture, or she seems to have all of these guy friends and stuff like that. And a lot of men get gaslit into the idea that, hey, so what, she has a lot of guy friends, so what, she still talks to her exes.
This guy is so insecure about himself, and it shows so much. Holy shit. I mean, as if you can tell from the suave persona he puts on. If you're so controlling that you won't let your partner talk to people that are the opposite gender of them, then you're the one with the problem there, not whoever
He didn't say the opposite gender, he mentioned ex-boyfriends, which, by the way, is a huge red flag.
You're seeing. It has nothing to do with feminism or gaslighting, as he says. It's all about you thinking that you're so special that you deserve to be the only man in a woman's life. It's like when Taylor doesn't feel like taking his girlfriend out, he expects her to either stay home or have a tea party with her girlfriends in their big pink room with posters of Johnny Depp and all these other cute boys all over the wall and gossip about celebrities and shit. Get fucking real, dude. People want to get fucked up on the weekend. That's just life, Taylor. Where have you been?
Yeah, she might have slept with more people than you liked before you dated her, but since you guys have been together, she's been nothing but faithful and an amazing girlfriend to you.
That literally doesn't. Who cares? Like that doesn't matter. You have a high notch count. You have a high notch count. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, so essentially what Red Pill Twilight is saying is that people are incapable of changing, which is hilarious when coming from a dude who talks trash about women constantly online, completely anonymous, right? But Buggy, you're doing literally the exact same thing. Yeah, because when you have an opinion that doesn't coincide with these types of guys online, you get doxxed. Once I'm established, you know, all this goes away. I'll buy a camera. I don't know. I can't do that when I'm 93 sub Andy over here. Like, just hold on. These guys complain about women cheating all the time, but when they find a woman who will be absolutely loyal to them, they'll just throw them out the window like, you're 25 and not a virgin? Wow, skank. Ugh. Again, oh my god, there's no winning with these guys. Jesus Christ.
You mention all the time how there is no winning with these guys. Dude, men, like, as a whole, there's some men in the MTO community who'd like a stay-at-home, wife, and who have some higher standards, which is totally okay, but I would say for the most part, what men want is just a normal human female being. Like, they don't care if you have studies or not, if you work in this sphere, on this other sphere. What men truly want, what it boils down to, is just don't have a extremely high body count, don't have an OnlyFans, you know. I want you for me. I want you to be mine and not, I don't want it to be my turn. I want it to be a stable relationship. And that's it, like just a normal, pleasant human being. It's not that hard.
You can be the biggest saint if you want afterwards, but the fact of the matter is people can Google your name and see what you've done with your life. Now, girls like this, man, I believe there's like other clips of this where Lana regrets her decisions and, wants to get out of the industry and stuff like that, and making all sorts of stupid claims, like, pretending like she's the victim in the situation. Man, these women want to just kind of remove all levels of accountability from themselves.
Oh shit, do I have to... Fuck. Do I have to explain how the porn industry takes advantage of young women? Maybe another time, but bro, I don't care if she's done porn or OnlyFans or whatever. If someone loves you and treats you like you're worth something, then all that other shit should just fade away. But of course not for Taylor the cuck.
This is so funny. It doesn't matter if she was a porn actress, it doesn't matter if she has an OnlyFans. Hell, does it even matter if she cheats on you? The important thing, guys, is that now she loves you, and she won't do it again until the next time. Like, please stop being so damn picky, damn it. Can you just please stop having standards? Just love unconditionally women and give your time and resources to them because they deserve it. Just take your standards and throw them out the window. So what if she breaks your heart? So what if she cheats on you? So what if she wastes your time? So what if you lose half your assets? So what if you lose your kids? What matters is that now she loves you, guys. Just forget the past. Okay.
Over here.
We're gonna skip this segment. We're gonna go to one last thing that this guy has to say, and then we will end the video.
Okay, so this is going to be our final one for the night, and it's one of those classic videos where someone interviews random people on the street. MGTOWs love this type of content because there's always someone who says something a little off, and they use it as like an excuse to jump down people's throat, like, oh, I told you they're insane. Always remember that someone's initial response to a question isn't the best source of getting their real, honest opinion. And what I mean by that is, like, there's this need to get your point out in a conversation as fast as possible without really standing there and thinking up a proper response. I'm not saying that what people say in these videos are dishonest, but what I am saying is that they don't get the full opportunity to ask these people, so okay, what did you mean by that exactly? So I think you've got to take what they say with a pinch of salt. It's less of an educational poll and more of a entertainment type thing. And the fact that this was recorded in Las Vegas should tell you even more that it isn't really educational in the slightest, because well, like, have you ever spoken to a Las Vegas local? A lot of them are fucking wild.
How would you define the term romantic relationship?
There's no such thing.
No such thing. It's always another dude in the picture. She always got somebody waiting as soon as you fuck up. Buddy on the sideline.
Okay, but to be fair, like, look at these two dudes and tell me they seem like the romantic type. Okay, maybe they are, but like these are the type of dudes you'd expect to be prowling the strip at night. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of people just have too much pride and just think that everything needs to come to them. But honestly, in life, if you want something, you have to go get it. So, you know?
Well, it should go that way.
Yeah.
But does it?
No.
This was the woman that I played at the start of the video. Okay, and she was saying how she should be treated like a queen. Like, men are starting to wise up to the fact that what is the point of doing all of these things for women when you get nothing in return?
The I get nothing in return thing is something I hear a lot of MGTOWs say, and I wish they would explain what the hell that means. Are they taking these women out on like these nights dates, expecting them to open their mouth and like a little Kinder Egg with a pony toy comes out, like, oh yeah, like what do you expect exactly? What does that mean?
You used to
I'll tell you what that means. That means that if a man is expected to be a gentleman, to be caring, to be chivalrous, to be ambitious, romantic, thoughtful, to give security and stability to a woman, then he expects at least some respect and decency in return. He expects a pleasant attitude. Because most men are more than happy to give all of that and more for a woman, but most women nowadays are entitled, braggy, narcissistic, and ungrateful. Good women are such a rarity that some men literally travel to other countries to find one. That's how bad the situation is. But guys, we'll end the video right here because it's getting kind of long. If you want to check this channel, it's called Part-Time Buggy. And he covers also more Red Pill channels, so you might want to take a look. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Leave me down in the comments what you think about this. And I'll see you next time. Peace.